Hari Om, Bhagavad Gita, Shraddhatraya Vibhaga Yoga, chapter 17, verse 11. In the last three verses, Bhagavan Krishna said, what Satvic people will eat, what Rajasic people will eat, and what Tamasic people will eat. Because of the nature of mind, they will be attracted towards such types of foods. Bhagavan clearly explained this. Then we saw the different viewpoints of Swamiji's. Swami Chinmayananda says, just by consuming sattvic food, you don't think you can change your mentality. You cannot become a sattvic person by eating sattvic food. On the other hand, a sattvic person will have a natural liking towards the sattvic food. A rajasic person will have a natural liking towards rajasic food. Similarly, for a tamasic person. But Sadhu Vaswani quoted a German proverb, a man is what he eats. So, different viewpoints. According to me, good, wherever it, from wherever, whichever place it comes, we should take it. So let us not worry about who is right and who is wrong. According to me, what I personally feel is, by consuming sattvic food also, I think that it will have an impact on the mind. That is what at present I feel. That is what I would say. I don't think the drastic change immediately. For example, a diabetic person, by reducing sugar, consumption of sugar, he will control his diabetes. A BP person can reduce the salt and control his BP. Similarly, what I feel is, at present, what I feel is, maybe by consuming sattvic food, maybe the mind may start thinking differently. This is what I personally feel. So, this is about food. Now, Bhagavan takes up the next topic. That is tapas. Today is Vinayaka Chaturthi. Before we enter into the verse, today is Vinayaka Chaturthi. A very, very important day for Bhagavad Gita at least. Because of the great story and lot of meanings in it. Vyasaji wanted a stenographer for dictating Mahabharata. He could not find a stenographer at that time. The first stenographer, all stenographers must pray to Bhagavan Krishna only. So the first stenographer for this universe is Bhagavan Vinayaka. Even though Bhagavan Ganesha is higher in status, he is Bhagavan. Vyasaji, even though he is also Bhagavan, but he was born as a human being. So, but Bhagavan Ganesha offered, I will be your stenographer. I will take the dictation. But Bhagavan Ganesha warned Vyasaji. See, once I start writing, my pen will not stop. You have to continuously dictate. You cannot be wasting my time. I cannot afford to waste even a single minute of my time. That is what Bhagavan Ganesha said to Vyasaji. If you happen to be a stenographer, if you know stenography, if you worked under somebody as stenographer, I did that. Many bosses, if you see, when they will start dictating, they will attend a phone call. They will talk half an hour with his wife. Then they will call somebody. Then they will read the file. Then they will say, where did I live? You tell me. Then there will be n number of disturbances. So after you delete those lines, the previous 4 lines you delete, again I will start dictating. Complete waste of time, as far as the stenographer is concerned. So Bhagavan Ganesha put this condition. Vyasaji put a counter condition. He said, Are Ganeshji, my pranams to you, wonderfully you said. But whatever I dictate, you must completely understand. And then only you should write. Ganesha also smiled and agreed. There are so many lessons in this. But I want to insist on only one thing. which touched my heart. That is, whatever you read, whatever you read, you must completely understand it. Otherwise, your reading is a complete waste. This is the starting point for my Bhagavad Gita. I decided I will not go to the next verse without understanding the previous verse. I may not have realized the soul, I may not be realized the soul. But as far as understanding is concerned, I think I am on the right path because I am following the Swamiji's. There is no other way. There is no way I can go wrong. That is what I feel. So I decided not to read a single verse without understanding the meaning of that verse. That is how I started Bhagavad Gita. Hence my Ananta Kodi Namaskars to Bhagavan Ganesha for teaching me this very, very important and great lesson of life. Now, verse 11. Sorry for my extra lecture. Verse 11.
अपलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञः विधिद्रष्टो य युज्यते यट्टव्यमेवेति मनः समादाय स सात्विकः.
Swami Dayananda Saraswati says the word yajna refers to Vedic rituals performed as per the Shastras. Those days it was mostly Vedic rituals only. And those Vedic rituals has to be performed as per the Shastras. Shastras prescribe duties that are to be performed daily, that is Nitya Karma, and during certain occasions, Naimittika Karma.
अपलाकाङ्क्षिभिः.
The yajnas are performed without expectation of a result. Swami Dayananda Saraswati asks a question here. How can someone perform a ritual without expecting any result? For example, we write exam. We feel that we will, if we clear that exam, we will get some job so that we will get some money. Some result is, every action there is a result. How can a person perform a ritual or an action without expecting a result? That is the question. And Swamiji says it is performed for the purpose of Antakarana Suddhi. That is to neutralize the Papa. Papa means sins. And as an offering to Bhagavan. The yajna is performed because it is to be performed. You cannot, morning Sandhya Vandan, why should I perform if you ask? There is no question. You have to perform. Finish. Because it is enjoined by the Shastras. This karma is done not for the purpose of attaining the three Purusharthas. Swamiji says it is not for the purpose of attaining Purusharthas. Only three. Artha, security. Kama, pleasure or enjoyments or desires. Even dharma, even for punya, you are not performing those actions. The yajna is performed only for seeking knowledge that will free that person from bondage. That is moksha. So in the Purusharthas, it is not performed for artha, kama, or dharma. It is performed for the purpose of attaining moksha. When that is the aim, then the performance of that karma can give only a mind that is fit for that knowledge. Calm and cool mind. Very, very important basic requirement. Throughout Bhagavad Gita, this is insisted. You cannot sit in meditation without a calm and cool mind. Then your meditation is a complete waste. So you will get a mind that is fit for that knowledge. Then Manasamadaya. The person performing the karma, he is resolved that he has nothing to gain from this ritual, or it may mean making the mind tranquil. That is what I said, calm mind. If a person is asked to perform a ritual which does not give him artha, kama, or dharma, then naturally there will be reluctance. If I know I will not get, by doing this work, I will not get anything, then the question every human, natural human being will ask, why should I do this? Unnecessary waste of time. So then that karma, he will not be performing it. He will have reluctance. That karma is not a sattvic karma. Therefore, what Swamiji says is, the karma is done with a composed and cheerful mind, keeping the aim as moksha. Such a ritual is called sattvika. For a ritual to be sattvika, Swamiji says the following conditions must be fulfilled. One, it should be done by a person who is interested in antakarna suddhi. Mind should be cleared. Dirty mind should be cleared. That is point number one. Two, with manasamadaya, that is calm and cool mind is necessary. Three, the attitude is that this ritual is to be done by me. No questions. Why should I do it? Don't ask. If Shastra says, you must do it. Finish. Four, it should be done as prescribed by Shastras. Shastra Vidhi, everything in this world, rule is rule. They will quote section and rule. Similarly, at that time it was Shastras. Swami Dayananda Saraswati says, in this verse, the entire essence of Karma Yoga is brought out by Bhagavan Krishna. Generally, Karma means Vedic ritual, which is performed for earning punya. If it is done for Antakarana Suddhi, it becomes Karma Yoga. Karma Yoga includes all duties performed by a person. If it refers to only Vedic ritual, then Krishna, Bhagavan Krishna need not have told Arjuna, because Arjuna is not Isha Satriya, army chief. Why should Bhagavan Krishna uh, tell Arjuna, you perform Vedic ritual? He's not fit to do it. So his job is different job, army person. So he is not asked to perform a ritual, but to fight the battle. Therefore, karma here covers not only Vedic rituals, but also all duties and interactions with the people. That is what Swami Dayananda Saraswati says. Swami Chinmayananda says, after exhausting the temperaments based on the type of food one consumes, Bhagavan declares the type of people based on the type of activities undertaken by them. Classified three baskets. Each man has tremendous intrinsic strength in himself. We always think we don't have strength. But Swami Chinmayananda says, each one, without exception, has got tremendous intrinsic strength. But alas, it gets dissipated in various channels. Bhagavan Krishna gives the art of developing the tremendous potentialities that lie buried in the man. According to Swami Chinmayananda, yajnas, that is sacrifices, undertaken by Satvic people, that is men of purity, will always have a spirit of selflessness. The anxiety for the results of actions. Generally, we are anxious about the results. What will happen? So, that anxiety, it saps the energy even before undertaking the action. So, if you start the work and before you start the work, you think, oh, what will happen if I fail? People will laugh at me. So, I may not succeed. I will not be, I will become a laughing stock. If you think like this, you will not even start the work correctly. So, failure is 100% guaranteed because fruits belong to future period of time. To waste time and mental energy in anxiety over the future is unintelligent way of living or doing any work. You should not think about the result. Do your work correctly. That is very important. Your quality of result depends on the quality of effort. Swami Chinmayananda says, shoddy efforts cannot beget dazzling results. Wonderful. Again, psychology. Shoddy efforts cannot beget dazzling results. So, if your efforts are correct, result must automatically come. Of course, there is Bhagwan's blessing. Finally, there is something there. But normally, even Thiruvalluvar says, தெய்வத்தான் ஆகாது எனினும் முயற்சிதன் மெய்வருத்த கூலிதர். Even God cannot deny if you put proper efforts. Even God cannot deny the results of it. It's impossible for God. That is what he says. Swami Chinmayananda says, actions can be classified into four categories according to Shastras. One is Kamya Karmas, that is desire ridden actions. Two is Nishita Karma, forbidden actions. You should not, prohibited actions. You should not do it. Third is Nitya Karmas, daily duties, Sandhya Vandan, prayer, etc. Fourth is Naimittika Karmas, that is duties to be done on special occasions. Kamya Karma and Nishita Karma, it should be avoided. Because Kamya Karma is selfish. Nishita Karma is prohibited. Both should be avoided. Then the third and fourth, that is Nitya and Naimittika Karmas, that must be diligently performed. Shastras say Nitya Karmas and Naimittika Karmas together constitute unavoidable or obligatory duties. Satvic person is an unselfish person. He is unselfish and acts in the interest of the public. Satvic person renders or indulges in selfless activities. He performs sacrifices with firm faith that sacrificing in the interest of public is his duty. He has no anxiety for the fruits of actions. The moment you are not worried about the fruits of actions, then your mind becomes calm, completely calm and cool. He never expects the environments to be conducive to his work. People may criticize in spite of his clear vision. People may criticize, but he will not bother. He may face n number of hurdles. He will not bother. He is consciously happy in pursuing his line of action. He knows that the actions he undertakes is for the welfare of all. Selfless service. I don't gain anything. I don't mind it. Such actions are classified as Satvic type of sacrifice. Then Swami Vivekananda says, if the means are perfect, the end result must be perfect. Vivekananda oft quoted this thing. If your means are perfect, end must come, he says. Scientific this thing. Scientifically, if you are correct, naturally result has to come. Dr. Radhakrishnan says, Yajna of Gita is not same as the ceremonial sacrifice of the Vedas. It is a sacrificial action in general by which man dedicates his wealth and deeds to the service of all the people. People with such a sacrificial spirit will accept even death gladly, though unjustly meted out to them, so that the world may grow through their sacrifice. They are willing to die, come what may. I am least bothered. If the world will be benefited, I am okay for it. Immediate example I could think of is Guru Gobind Singh. He was tortured and killed. Not even a slight trace of fear or disturbance on his face. Tortured and died for, as far as I know, for saving the Brahmin community. Wonderful people. That is what Dr. Radhakrishnan says. People with such a sacrificial spirit will accept even death gladly. Dr. Radhakrishnan quotes Savitri here, wife of Satyavan, who tells Yama, the Lord of Death, that good people maintain the world through their suffering and sacrifice. Santo bhumim tapasa dharayanti. That is what he quotes. Dr. Radhakrishnan further says, Satvic people expect no reward for their actions. They do the right actions, but are indifferent to the consequences. They are concerned with whether what they are doing is right or wrong, and not whether they have a chance of living or dying. Am I doing the right thing? That is the question they will ask. Even if the entire world says you are wrong, they will go ahead and do the right thing. If am I doing the wrong thing? Suppose if that question, the answer comes from them, no, it is wrong. Even if the entire world says you do this, they will not do it. That is the spirit. That is sacrifice. That is the spirit of action with which they work. That is what Bhagavan Krishna says in verse 11. Again, verse 11.
अपलाकाङ्क्षिभिर्यज्ञः विधिद्रष्टो य युज्यते यष्टव्यमेवेति मनः समादाय स सात्विकः.
Next verse we will see tomorrow. Hari Om. Sarvam Krishnarpanamastu.
नारायण 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 नारायण.